Everyone is wrong about Gunko. Listen up. Chapter 1173, it was finally revealed how Brook and Gunko are connected when Brook refers to her as Princess Shuri, remarking that her blue hair, dual eye color, and love of his music all line up with her being the princess he once knew before he was ever a pirate when he was the leader of a royal battalion. Now this was all somewhat expected by the fan base as we had already seen an underlying connection between the two. But what was not expected was that their relationship was not friendly. Brook refers to her as his patricidal princess who took away the man who he owed everything, meaning that she had offed her father, their nation's king. Now, most people are going to draw the obvious connection to the story we just saw unfold with Harold and Loki, and assume that Emu either possessed Gunko and killed her father, or possessed her father, forcing Gunko to kill him. But I see several flaws with this conclusion, and I doubt Oda is going to show us the same explanation twice in a row. You see, Loki doesn't blame himself for his father's death. He blames Emu and the world government, who were truly responsible, and thus he hates them. He would never serve them. So of course, when they come asking, he refuses their offer to become a God's Knight. So I think if Emu was the one who was truly responsible for Gunko's father's death, Gunko would hate Emu as well. Just like Loki, she would refuse. She would never serve Emu. Yet it appears she's willingly given herself up to Emu and become their loyal servant. This leads me to believe that it truly was Gunko herself who was responsible for her father's death and was unable to live with herself afterwards. So when Emu came preying on her vulnerability, offering to suppress her memories and forge her into a new person, Shuri to Gunko, she willingly submitted. And when Emu asked Gunko, "Are your memories returning to you?" it doesn't come across as something Emu has forced on Gunko. It comes across as something Gunko doesn't want to happen, something she fears. But when her memories do start to come back and she remembers Brook, she tells him he needs to run. When Brook confronts her about her father, she seems filled with guilt, suggesting she truly is a good person inside, so why would she do something so terrible? And I believe the answer lies in her dual eye color, suggesting a second soul residing inside her, just like we saw in Dressrosa with Cavendish and Hakuba. A terrible curse that both of these royal children were born with and something they have no control over. And I believe it was this secondary entity dwelling within Gunko that killed her father. Emu then offered to suppress or even replace this entity in exchange for servitude, as well as erasing her memories. For Cavendish, losing control was tied to his consciousness, but for Gunko, it may be connected to her mouth in some way. She always has it covered when we see her, so perhaps it is tied to her speech, yelling, or even singing. Follow Stretchy for more.